Previously on Oscorp.
Are you lot in league with Liam Neeson then? I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't even aware that Liam Neeson was in the facility. Bullshit.
My name is Alice.
You have a choice. Hello, I'm Milady de Winter. Who are all you people? No, I'm Milady de Winter. You imposter. Do you want a bitch fight? Nobody opposes the will of the Sith. Oh, you're the most beautiful woman that I've ever seen in my life. Oh, thank you.
We must destroy the human race. Oscorp. We must destroy the world. Destroy the creatures, destroy the trees, destroy the land and destroy the seas. Oscorp. We must destroy the world.
Suddenly, the Zolorian time machine appears outside the Oscorp premises, and Marty, Doc, and Einstein emerge from it. Where the hell are we, Doc? I don't know, Marty. Let's go over to that facility over there and see what's going on. They walk over to the facility, but they see hordes of zombies still pouring out of there, and they see Milton Fine still destroying them. Oh, I don't think this is a safe place, Marty. We better get out of here. Get back to the time machine. Oh, but Doc, we've only just got here. We don't have to explore every place that we go to, Marty. Oh, why? That's no fun. Why don't we explore that forest over there? No, because there might be zombies in there as well. Oh, come on, Doc. Take a risk. Oh, alright. Einie will alert us if anything suspicious is nearby anyway, with his tracking skills. Marty, Doc, and Einstein go into the forest, and they come to the clearing where Charles and all of the other people are. Pepperpot, aka Misty, went and joined the group for a bit so that the group don't notice anything suspicious about her. But after about 10 minutes, she walks away from the group again because she gets a phone call from Lex Luthor again. Look, this is getting pathetic now. You said it would definitely be the last phone call last time, and the time before. Well, how else am I supposed to get in contact with you? A text would suffice. There isn't very much discretion coming from you, Lex. Keep your voice down. You're the one who doesn't have much discretion about you, love. Right. A helicopter will be there to extract you within the hour. It will touch down on the other side of the forest. You have to get there alone. You have to slip away from the party. The others aren't allowed access aboard my private helicopter. This is a private helicopter because all of my other helicopters have been destroyed by Milton Fine, aka Brainiac. But, I mean, obviously I still have, like, a few helicopters left back at Luthor Corp, but I'm not prepared to send any more in because they'll just get destroyed in the same way. It's kind of pointless. Well, I did warn you that he would destroy them. I mean, you said yourself that you knew him better than I did, so why didn't you see this coming? I did, but my helicopters and all of the people aboard them are expendable. I don't care about their lives, just to give me time to hold them off. I can't be there in person because it would endanger my life. You coward, Lex. No, I'm just wise, trying to avoid death. Obviously, the party's gonna see the helicopter landing and see it taking off. You have to leave now to get to the other side of the forest before the helicopter comes into the area. Alright, Lex out. Wait, Lex! The line goes dead. Silently and quietly, Pepper Potts, aka Misty, slips away from the party without them noticing, as the party is too interested in the new arrivals of Marty, Doc, and Einstein. Oh, who are you people? Are you survivors of that zombie attack? I'm an Egyptologist called Evie, and I want to know how you got here, and by what means, because you shouldn't be on Oscorp premises. I know the receptionist and the founder of Oscorp would say the same thing if they were here. Suddenly, Liam Neeson, Stan, Philip and Elizabeth, Patrick and Sienna, and Deborah come into the clearing. Yes, I would say the same thing as you, Evie. How did you get here? You shouldn't be on Oscorp premises. Well, it's a little difficult to explain. No, Marty, don't tell them. They'll probably want to take the machine to experiment on it. Oh, Doc, why did you have to mention the word machine? What happened to that other sexy woman? What other sexy woman? The blonde one. Suddenly, the entire group turns around and notice that Pepper Potts has gone. Oh, shit. Oh, don't worry about her. She was a slag anyway. Mother! Meanwhile, back in the Oscorp basement, the Emperor has successfully used force lightning enough to bend May and the others to his will and into submission. And he activates the device once more to bring yet another person through. Zoom, 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 zoom. He brings through the Cardinal Richelieu. What am I doing here then? Well, how's this place? This isn't France. This isn't Paris. Send me back at once. I have business to attend to, matters to attend to, of great military importance to France's future, and religious importance as well. The king is a fool. He will bend to my will. Whatever, mate, you're not going anywhere. Get behind the machine. No. The Cardinal tries to run from the room, but the Emperor uses force lightning on it. Ah! What the hell is this demonic power?
Milton Fine, aka Brainiac, has finished destroying the zombies. No more are emerging from the Oscorp premises. Right, stay here and guard the pod. How am I supposed to protect the pod? I'm just like a normal bloke. Yes, I have power and influence, but I don't have any strength to defend myself. Don't worry, Cetek will watch over you. He is our Lord and Master. He won't let anything happen to you or me. Where are you going? I have something I've got to do. Milton Fine, aka Brainiac, flies to Lutherport, and he basically destroys all of as many of Lex's security guards as he possibly can, and then he goes up to Lex's office. Surprisingly, he enters Lex's office like a normal person would. He just knocks on the door, and then Lex answers. Come in, it's open. Milton Fine enters Lex's office and closes the door behind him. Lex is just shocked when he looks up from his laptop to see Milton Fine just standing there in front of him. What is the meaning of this? I've come to offer you a proposition, Lex. I think you'll be very interested in it. You think after you just destroyed so many of my helicopters, and I suppose you probably kicked loads of my security guards' asses now, you expect me to listen to your proposition after all that? Hey, you're the one who was throwing all of those things at me. I didn't ask for them to be thrown at me. You expect me not to defend myself? You expect me to just stand back and get hurt and maybe even get killed? I suppose you've got a point. Right, let's hear it then. And this better be good, because I don't have much time on my hands, obviously, being the owner of this international corporation. Right, basically, how would you feel if I made you the President of the United States, and I would be your right-hand man? Now I'm interested.
Basically, Lex, I'm part of Hydra. Really? Of all of the people that I could possibly think of who would be part of Hydra, you were near the bottom of the list. I've never heard you mention Hydra before. I've never heard Hydra agents mention you before. That's because I'm one of their biggest, closely guarded secrets. I can get you into the highest position of power in the world. Yes, the presidency, I get it. Just tell me how. The president, along with all of the stand-in presidents, if the president is unavailable, and all of the election candidates that will be up for election if anything happened to the president, like if he died or something, will all mysteriously disappear in the night, not to be found anywhere. But Hydra will not be linked to any of it. They will remain hidden in the darkness, waiting to emerge, to strike. Cut off the head, and another one will take its place. In this case, cutting off one head equals getting rid of one president, and replacing it with a new head, a new president. You. I get it. I like it. Obviously, I totally agree with this. Right, there's something I've got to do before I do anything else. It is the first step to you becoming president. What is it? Tell me. I'm not allowed to know at this precise time, but you'll thank me for it in the future. Right, I'm going right now. I'll be back before you know it. Milton Fine flies back to the Oscorp premises.
Pepper Potts finally reaches the other side of the forest and the helicopter lands and meets her. Get on board, please. We have to leave immediately. Yes, I know. Pepper gets on board the helicopter, and then the helicopter takes off. The people in the fairing see the helicopter taking off, and they also saw it landing as well. What on earth is going on? Do you think Pepper has betrayed us? Surely she wouldn't do that, would she? You don't think she's inside that helicopter, do you? That's one of those Corp helicopters, isn't it, Nick? That guy, Lex Luthor, owns that company, doesn't he? I didn't think that organisation was corrupt, Janice, but it appears it is now. Not necessarily. I mean, we saw those helicopters getting destroyed, so maybe it's whoever destroyed the helicopters who is corrupt, not Corp and Lex. It's probably both, Janice. We definitely know the person who destroyed the helicopters is corrupt, because he attacked us, he tried to kill us. What we don't know for sure, though, is whether Corp and Lex is corrupt or not. We shouldn't get involved with this shit. Let's just go back to England. Shut up, Madge. Ooh, Nick, I'll tell my mother to shut up. Thank you. Shut up, Mother. Why? She never listens to you. She didn't listen to you either. It's just pointless now.
Suddenly, Pepper's helicopter is attacked by Milton Fine, and the helicopter has to make a crash landing. When the helicopter crashes, the pilot dies, but Pepper somehow manages to survive by making sure she was in the right position when the helicopter made impact with the ground. She exited the helicopter and tried to phone Tony, but a signal was interfering with her phone, hacking it, and stopping Tony from phoning her, and stopping her from phoning Tony. She didn't know where this signal was emanating from, but she guessed that it was probably Hydra hacking her phone, even though Hydra was in league with Corp. Even though Hydra told Lex that they would be in league with Corp, Lex believed this to be true. But Hydra always go back on their word, and they will always betray people. So killing Pepper would be tying up a loose end so that she doesn't speak out against them. For all Pepper knew, Hydra could have been listening in to her and Lex's conversations over the phone. That is why she was in such a hurry to get off of the line to Lex. But Lex just wouldn't leave her alone, he just kept phoning her constantly. Pepper's face is covered in blood. She knew she needed to go to the hospital, but she couldn't risk being out in the open. So instead she went to a safe house in a random street where nobody would think to look for her. This safe house was provided by Tony, and Tony and her was the only two people in the world who knew about this safe house. There she would tend to herself, and she would tend to her wounds. She would get as much blood off of her face and the rest of her body as possible, and then hopefully her wounds and bruises would heal in time. Pepper took a taxi to the safe house. She had a key to enter it that Tony gave her, and there she stayed, waiting for a friend to come along to see her. Meanwhile, Ronnie Corbett is on the phone to Tony Stark. So how are you holding up, Ronnie? Did my revival machine work okay for you? I had some of my members of Stark Industries remove one of the revival machines from their premises, and now I've basically had them secretly reproduced. I basically stole it from their facility because I didn't like it being in their hands. I thought it would be a bit dangerous, but there's nothing to link me to the disappearance of that device. It's all been covered up nicely. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Now I'm going to tell you a piece of information because I trust you fully. I've never told anybody else in the world this. There's a safe house in a random street. I want you to go there because I think Pepper Potts is there. I'm not definitely sure, but I've just got this funny feeling that she's there because I haven't seen anything from her for weeks. I haven't even received a text or phone call or anything. Oh, and a few of my staff members have been spying on Oscorp, and who has been going in and out of that building over the last couple of weeks. And I've seen Pepper go in and out quite a lot of times, usually for an emergency of some type. Seems like a different emergency each time. But I've also seen SHIELD agents go in and not come out again. I don't know how long they've been in there. Hours, days? We need some people to extract them, but we can't risk it just yet. Yes, but once we get Pepper out, where do we go with her? I can't tell you that information at this time. I'm leaving that up to Ant and Zach. You'll have to meet them at a rendezvous site. Oh, yes, very well. Alright, Stark out. The lion goes dead. Back in the clearing, Stan, Philip and Elizabeth see the portal opening that was the cause of them being teleported into the forest outside the Oscorp premises in the first place. Oh my god, Philip. It's open so we can get back. Guys, is it okay with you if we go back? We need to go back to our own time period. We're from the 1980s, and judging by what I've seen so far, I can make an estimate that we're not in the same time period. Yes, you would be correct in that assumption, Mr. Jennings. Right. Stan, I take it you're coming with us. You can't just leave, like, Sandra and Matthew on their own. Sandra I'm not so worried about, but Matthew, yeah, you're right. Can't leave him on with just Sandra. I think I'm a brilliant father, but I'm not so sure if Sandra is the perfect mother to him at the moment. I think she's having too much of an influence on him. Yeah, well, Stan, we haven't got time to talk about your family at the moment. There's, like, zombies behind you. Stan turns around and sees the zombies running towards the Illuminati training video, like. Suddenly, Sutek makes the zombies obey him. Bow before the might of Sutek, you stupid zombies. You will be my servants now. You will serve the Illuminati. But more importantly, you will serve me. Do whatever this guy tells you to do. Zombies, I want you to search the entire forest, because we've got wanted fugitives at the moment. The Oscorp security guards are searching for them, just like we are. Don't let the Oscorp security guards get in your way. Devour them if they get in your way. Take no prisoners. Want them executed on sight. The zombies charge into the forest. Oh my god. The Russians must have been conducting way more experiments that ended up being successful than we originally knew. Time travel? Zombies? What next? Dimensional travel? Stan suddenly runs to the car park outside the Oscorp premises, dodging the massive army of zombies as he goes. Stan, no! It's too late, Philip. Just leave him. He's becoming too much of an annoyance and a liability in our dimension anyway. What do you mean in our dimension? This is the same dimension, Elizabeth. It's just in the future. We can't know that for sure. Come on, Philip. We're going. Philip and Elizabeth run through the portal. Zoom, 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 zoom. A few minutes later, Stan crashes through loads of zombies. This is for Nina. He goes full throttle through the zombies into the forest and through the portal. Zoom, 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 zoom. The portal closes the split seconds that Stan goes through it. That was convenient. All of the remaining members of the party run deeper into the forest when they see the zombies coming. They are running for their lives, literally. They are running as fast as they possibly can, as fast as their feet will take them. Obviously, Marge is trailing behind on her scooter again. The group who were in the clearing come out on the other side of the forest and they make their way into New York City, and they are on their way to the police station. The zombies then tear through New York City. They are an unstoppable horde, and they start eating random innocent people, including women and children, as well as men. When Philip and Elizabeth get back to the 1980s through the portal, they have a talk. I think this portal is on a timer. Somebody's put it on a timer. We'll come back here tonight and go through again. Why? Those zombies might kill us next time. We need to find out what's going on, Elizabeth. We can't just ignore it. Might be a threat to our nation. You're right. Of course. What are we going to do about the kids, though? They'll expect us to be home. We'll tuck them in, wait until they're fully asleep, and then we'll slip out quietly. Philip and Elizabeth do exactly what they just said, and they come back a few hours later when it's pitch black. Just as Philip thought, the portal is open again. Right, have you got the sniper rifle? Yeah. Remember to keep a lookout for me. I'm going to slip in to this Derek's office, go through some of his files and folders, see what I can dig up. Good thinking, Philip. Philip and Elizabeth enter the portal. When they enter it, there's a flash of white light once more. Zoom, 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 zoom. Elizabeth takes up her lookout position with a sniper rifle once they are both through the portal, and Philip walks silently through the forest, and he sees the Oscorp car park, and he walks up to the fencing that stops any unauthorised personnel getting inside. You can see that the zombies have now cleared out of there, and Philip climbs over the fence, and he goes up to the Oscorp front entrance, but he has to use a crowbar to open the door to the reception area. Once he has filed inside to the reception area, he presses a button to bring the lift down. Then he enters the lift and presses the button to go to the top floor. Once he reaches the top floor, he gets out of the lift and walks over to Derek's office. He uses the crowbar once more to break into Derek's office, and then he shuts the door behind him, and he takes a small torch out of his pocket and turns it on. Then he goes over to a filing cabinet, takes some files and folders out of it, and starts going through them. Pages and pages of stuff. Then he searches Derek's drawers as well, and takes some files and folders out of there. He starts going through even more pages and pages of stuff. Philip still hasn't found some incriminating thing that he can use against Derek, or he hasn't found anything that proves that they're a danger to Russia, this company of Oscorp. In their taxi ride on the way to the ITV studios, Ronnie, Sigus, the Chuckle Brothers, Alan Zach, and all of the other people, including Pepper Potts, have to stop at a Starbucks so Sigus can get his caffeine fix, and he can also do some sort of rap or song or both, because Sigus has this unknown to anyone thing that he has to do at least one rap or song each day. Oh, and he has to do at least one prank call a day as well. If he doesn't get his fix, he has a fit, and he has to be sent to hospital. Sigus does the rap for so long that the others are getting annoyed.
I don't even know what the hell a freaking frappuccino mocha latte is any damn way. What the hell is that? Is that like some kind of new interracial porno? That sounds like something Mr. Marcus would say after he came on Lace to the Balls dance. Damn, girl, that show us a lot of frappuccino mocha latte on your breast. And people in the ordering like it's a drug deal or something. I would like a gram of mocha chocolate, and I would like an 8-ball of coffee, please. $35 for a bag of beans? Are you out your damn mind? $35 for some beans? Is it magic beans? If I plant them in the ground with a giant beanstalk grow out my ass? Are they the beans that Magic Johnson used to cure his AIDS? Oh, he's sick, you. Every time I say latte, I feel like I'm getting done in my booty pipe. Now why does all the coffee look like a homeless man shit inside of a cup, and they put it inside of the freezer for 6 hours? That's why we got homeless people out here today.
Oh, for God's sake, Siggers, come on! Do you want us to be called by Oscorp? We were supposed to be fleeing the country. Shut up, you bitch-ass small dude, midget. We're already in another country. We're safe. You think being at the ITV studios is going to make us safer? Yes, it just might, because we'll be protected by ITV, because they can allow the people on their premises of their choosing. Their security is very tight, just like the BBC's, like a friggin' airport. And we all know about airport security, considering we were just in 2 airport. Sigga starts having a fit on the floor because the group isn't letting him carry on his rap, but they don't have time to take him to hospital, so they just all pick him up and just bundle him into the back of one of the taxis. Drive! For some reason, the taxi driver just doesn't question what Ronnie's orders. The taxis finally arrive at the ITV studios. They enter the reception area, and Dermot O'Leary comes out to greet them with a cheque in his hand. Congratulations, I just got the phone call from Ant that you have won the Red or Black game, some of you, and you're here to claim your share of the £1 million. Right, this is going to be quite difficult to separate this cheque up, isn't it? We have to sit down and have a meeting about it. I've got the paperwork ready for people to sign to say they're accepting a certain amount of cash of this sum. So my suggestion is that we don't sign anything that says that somebody is entitled to keep more money than the other person. We need to sign an agreement, I think, that says that one person will give the other person some of the money if they desperately need it, so that there's a balance there. After a discussion about who actually won a share of the £1 million, Dermot goes over to hand one of the winners the cheque, when suddenly Dermot reconsiders and takes the cheque back with his hands before anybody can grab it. Chris Tarrant suddenly enters the room. But we don't want to give you that, do we, Dermot? No, we don't, Chris. Why should we support Ant and Tech shows? They have bet us at getting awards all the time. Even on X Factor's 10th anniversary year, they still bet me. It's insulting. Millionaire's been cancelled, isn't it, Chris? Yeah, it's because of these tosspots. General public think that these twats are more entertaining. No, they think you're twats. That's why they watch us. I've had enough of this already, and they've only muttered a couple of things. Bane, come in. Bane enters the room.
Speak of the devil.
Hold Ant and Zek up against the wall by the throat. Bane does so. Ant and Zek are choking, struggling for breath.
We are headed to deadlock.
No, Bane, please don't kill us. Yeah. Please don't kill us. Oh, why shouldn't I?
It would be extremely painful for you. What matters is our plan.
Dermot is offering me so much money for my time. How could I possibly refuse? You get more money if you kill them, Bane. That's what deadlock means. Now, it means you're dead. And Bane's hands will be all over it, not mine. Not a trace of DNA to link me with this at all. I will have Dermot's Saturday night takeaway instead. Then I will have something to do. My next factor's not on, apart from spending time with my wife, which I very much like. What are you saying, Dermot? So you're going to pin this crime on me instead? Well, don't you think the money's worth it, Bane? I mean, you can always go on the run anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think the police is going to catch you. Oh, you've got yourself a deal, I suppose. Otherwise you wouldn't be stupid enough to say it in front of me, would you? Exactly. Let him go! Well, let them go, I should say. Roddy suddenly jumps on Bane's back and tries to bring him down, but Bane just wriggles Ronnie off and he falls to the ground. Suddenly, Sigus goes up to Chris Tarrant and uses his belly to push Tarrant into the wall. Then Sigus sticks his finger in Chris Tarrant's ear. Fastest finger first, motherfucker!